Come join Tony's outdoor life with Barney by his side. Deep in the woods with the country life and nature as their guide. Building a camp to lay down their heads or a hammock for a bed. Looking at the stars as they fall to sleep in the place where muntjacs tread. Sleep beneath the oak or the willow trees, a fire for warmth and light the dark. Made with some bark or fat wood found, fair or rod to make a spark. Once upon a time in Tony's outdoor life, the woodland called out the name. The animals howled and the muntjacs barked, excited that he came. Tony's outdoor life, find him on YouTube, cooking something tasty and real good. Sleeping in a hammock, listen to the birds and eating all that lovely food. So come join Tony's outdoor life in nature at its best. Listen to the wind through the trees, listen to the birds singing, listen to the buzz of the bees, building a campfire using bark of trees.
Morning. Good morning. It is a very cold, frosty Sunday morning. My nose is frozen, but hey, we're going to the woods. Let's get into the woods and get a fire going. Let's warm ourselves up. Perhaps get some breakfast on the go. I've got a different stove I'm going to use today. It's a stove made by Firemaple. Let's give it a go. Just come and join me in the woods. Well, I'm in the woods now. My God, it's so silent. Just listen. Right, let's go and find somewhere to set up camp. Well, 2 owls just flew out of this tree. I wish I had my camera on. They were huge. I've just found a spot here. I think I'm gonna perhaps put my hammock up across there. And I've got a couple of trees here that I can put the tarp up. Can't believe how quiet it is. It was all dead silent as I was walking along, and them 2 owls made me jump out my skin. Great to see them though. Yeah, so I'll probably come off here with a plough point, I think. Let's give that a go. I'm using the DD Hammock Super Light again. I can't imagine using the other ones anymore, to be honest. So I'm going to try and bungee this up. bungee this up to this tree, I think. I'll come off this way. Wrap that round a few times. We can peg this one down as close to this tree as I can. That's it, that'll do. And if I just put another bungee through the loop in the middle of the tarp, I can just pull that nice and tight. Yeah, so I pulled it. I had to use 2 bungees in the end. Across to there. It's pegged down all the way around. And there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room inside. Whilst we're on the subject of DD, I bought the Magic Carpet XL again. That's going to fit in there just nicely. It's going to fit in there just nice. We've got to get a few bits of this debris out. So the Magic Carpet is now pegged down in there as well. That'd be a nice comfortable camp. Right, let's get some of this gear in the underneath the tarp. I'll put everything in one bag, I won't leave it. Yeah, so as I said earlier on when I was walking in, I have got another stove, and this is one made by Firemaple, and it's one of these where everything sort of clicks together. It's not fold out one like the bush boxes or anything like that. It wasn't an expensive one either, but what I want to do, I want to get it out, set it up, and we'll get a fire on the go and we'll cook our breakfast on it, see how it goes. But yeah, it's Firemaple. It's the case looks really good. It's almost like a canvasy type material. Feels quite strong actually. Let's have a look. And the Velcro is quite strong on there as well. And you've got some instructions. That's the instructions on how to put it together. I ain't got time to read the instructions, but I'll refer to them if I get into any difficulty. So, first thing we get out of there is a grill. So it's two grills that are sort of held together with two little rings, metal rings. Okay, looks strong enough. And there's two pouches in this. There's two pouches in here. Right, okay. There we go. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different parts for the stove. So let's have a look. I don't know if there's any particular order to do it in, but just bear with me. You're learning as I'm learning. I'll put that in there. I don't know whether you put that piece in first or not, but let's put the edges in. Let's do the edges first. And it seems that the long edge is the top. Usually these are really fiddly. I was expecting to struggle a bit with this. I don't know, I might have spoke too soon here, but that's the, oh no, that's the edges together anyway. Now I wonder if this is going to strengthen it. I don't know if there's a particular order, direction that it goes in. Oh, told you I spoke too soon, didn't I? Right, okay. Are these lugs long enough on here? I can't seem to get it to go through. Oh, no. Ah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so it's got the long one so that you push that in first, put them in first, then it allows you to get the other sides in, and then you can push that back, and they're not out as far as that, but okay, so far so good. Yeah, so it's actually quite strong once it's put together, and it's not, don't feel like it's going to fall apart, and I'm shaking that, and yeah. All right, well, let's clear an area of leaves, and let's get it on level. Let's level it up. That looks levelish anyway. I'm very keen now to see how this goes on. Yeah, that feels quite strong. I guess you can have it. I guess you can close it up, have it one side, and then you can put wood in from the top as well. That's quite useful. But yeah, if you've got a frying pan, actually I've got a frying pan, just bear with me. Wow, look at that, perfect. Now you'll notice that I have put, this is off of another stove that I've got. I saw these holes and I thought, well, when you've got your fire in there, you're going to have bits falling out. So I get that you need them for loading your wood in when you've got your grill across the top, but I don't think you need two, so I'm covering one up. Just put a cover over one like that. There's quite a lot of dead wood around here, so cut some of this off. Knocking the camera all over the place. That's some wood to keep me going. Alright, let's get the fire on the go for a start. So I'll just cut a few bits of dead stand in and then split it. Just split it down into manageable pieces like this. Hopefully that'll take all right. What is going to be interesting is whether this actually warps or not. And looking at this side now, this side looks like it's already bending. Now I don't think I bent it when I was building it, but you just never know. I don't want to go too close to the camera because I don't want to set my microphone on fire. Yeah, it's keeping the fire contained, which is great. So I've put the grill on there now, and I guess if you want to put more wood on, I mean, all right, yeah, you can go in from the sides, but you could always just put a pair of gloves on. Let's do it. Yeah, you could always just put your gloves on and lift that up and just drop another piece on the fire. It's actually not hot there anyway, to be honest, but let's get some water on the boil. Well, it gets hot quick. Oh, that's it. Let's have a nice couple. Yeah, so to be honest, I'm quite impressed with this little stove. It's not that heavy. I don't know what the weight of it is, but it wasn't that heavy. Getting some nice embers in the bottom here now, so hopefully I'll soon be able to. I'm going to cook myself an omelette this morning. Got some bacon lardons there, and I've got some tomatoes and some mushrooms and some eggs. What do you need? I've got bacon lardons in here, mushrooms and tomatoes. Get them cooking. Didn't bring anything to stir with, so I'm using a stick. So that'll be fine. It's a hard egg, isn't it? Have you ever tried breaking an egg on plastic before? Okay. Blimey. That's it. Oh, that's great. We don't want that bit of eggshell in there, do we? wind's blowing across there now. That's good, that's putting some oxygen in there and the fire's starting to come up again. I didn't bring a spatula. Come on. Good. Smells really nice. I think that's about done now. Yeah. And I ain't got a plate, so I'm going to have to eat it out of the frying pan. But that's alright. I can live with that. Right, let's give this a go. Oh, it's a bit hot. Just having a cup of relax under here. Sun came out earlier on, it got quite warm, but it's a bit of a nip in the air again now. I've got a fire going, so got a fire going, a nice warm cuppa. What more do you want? So I was going to set a hammock up, and I thought it started looking like it was going to rain, so I didn't bother. I've got a nice little camp here. There's plenty of room to stretch out. It's quite a good combination actually, the super light tarp and the magic carpet. It's quite a good combination. So it's only another 2 weeks and I'll be doing the Pedder's Way. So I think I've got all the gear sorted for that now. It's still a little bit heavier than I would have liked. But I keep getting it out and taking stuff out of it and, you know, replacing it with something a bit lighter. But there's only so much that you can do. Hoping to do a bit of a loadout video of my Pedder's Way kit before then as well, so that you know, I can get some advice from viewers, but I haven't done that yet. I'm going to try and get one done because I've not done a walk like that before, and I definitely haven't done a walk like that with a backpack on as well. So whilst I know I can walk quite a distance, I don't know what I'm going to be like with a backpack on. So I've planned it over 3 nights. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. But I'm not against the clock, so that's the important thing, is not being against the clock. My biggest worry about it is there's a long section where it's difficult to get water. So I am taking a filter kit, but I don't think there's anywhere to get water to filter in the first place. But I'll take it in anyway. I'm planning on taking 2, possibly 3 litres of water and top up wherever I can, and hopefully that'll be enough. I've just got to sort out the food side of things now, because I was thinking take dried food, it's lighter, but if you take dried food you've got to add water, which means the weight of your pack, you've got to carry more water, so you're probably not saving in terms of weight as having wet food that you boil in a bag. And if you boil it in a bag, at least you can use the water then to make a hot drink as well. So that's where I am at the moment. I'm still deciding on what to do on the food side of it. I'm sure I'll get it worked out though. But I'll tell you what, you can't beat this on a Sunday morning. Out in the woods, so quiet. The only thing you can hear is the pigeons cooing and me talking, to be honest. Just letting the fire die down now, so I've just emptied the fire out of the stove, and before I take it apart I just want to have a look at it. So on this side there's clearly a bit of warping going on there, and also on this side as well. That's gone inwards, that side's gone outwards a bit. Those 2 sides have stayed the same. But to be honest, it's been it's still solid. It's been a good little stove actually this morning. I shall use it again, definitely. I'll tell you what though, even though there has been a bit of warpage, it's actually gone quite flat again to go back in the bag, so you can't grumble at that really. Mind you, that's only being used once. What's it going to be like after 4 or 5 times maybe? But we'll see. We'll see. I'm impressed with the bag. Everything's just gone back in there just how it was. Wind's getting up a little bit now. It's amazing that that goes into that little bag. And as you can see, leave no trace. You never know I've been here. Okay, let's make our way out of the woods then. Quite damp in this area. The walkway that I'm trying to get to is over there. Now my normal point to get onto the walkway is a bit further down there, because there's one bit where you don't have to jump a brook. But I wanted to have a look at this area here, because although it's near the walkway, it's nice and flat. It's just a little bit damp at the moment. In the summer, if you came here late in the day and left early in the morning, the chances are you wouldn't get discovered. I'm going to make my way up here through these trees. I'm probably going to have to jump the brook, but I've not got a heavy pack on today. Yes, I've just got to jump this brook. It's quite damp in there as well, so I don't really need to fall in there, do I? But it's quite easy to step over it, to be fair. So it brings me out on this trail. Yeah, so a nice morning in the woods today. A bit cold, but we don't let weather put us off. That stove, well, it's not a very expensive stove, and it did have a little bit of warpage on its first go. It worked quite well, because you know, you can get a fire going in it and have the whole of your frying pan being warmed up, as opposed to a small fire where it's only getting the centre of the pan. It's not very heavy either. Especially if you've got a, you know, light a tarp and things like that. But yeah, it's well worth it. In fact, it's lighter, I would say, than the stainless steel bush box, of which I've got that in my bag as well, so I'm carrying that for nothing really. But I do need to be walking with a bit of weight on my back, really, getting used to ready for the Pedder's Way. But no, it was made by Firemaple, or at least it's sold and distributed by Firemaple. And yeah, I would recommend it. Yeah, definitely. I don't know what it's going to be like after a few fires in it, but certainly after the first one, I managed to get it back in its case okay anyway, which is quite a generous case as well in terms of size, so that's good. But no, well done Firemaple. As always though, I'd like to say thank you for watching today's video, and if you're watching this bit, you've obviously watched it to the end, unless you fast forwarded, of course. But no, I really do appreciate people watching, and since last week, and thank you very, very much as well, you know, I've had quite a few new subscribers, which is fantastic, and I hope they're enjoying watching my videos as much as I enjoy making them. And if there's anybody that stumbled across this video, please consider subscribing. I'm planning to do a lot more in 2025. And I've got the Pedder's Way coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm really looking forward to that. That is going to be a real test, a real challenge for me. But I'll do my best. I'm just a bloke having a go. So until the next time, thanks again for watching. Please click like and subscribe, and leave any comments. Please leave comments. And I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe out there.
Camp in the woods where the animals roam. I knew a river with gates and locks. Watching the world from the river's edge. No time for time or clocks. Paddling the river upstream or down, or lighting fires to cook up some food. Warm from the fire that flickers and lights up the dark of the woods. Building the camp to keep out the cold or shelter from the pouring rain. Nature rules this wonderful land, and nature cannot be tamed. Having Barney to walk by your side, adventures to have and to share. Woods or forest, rivers or lakes, and anywhere that we dare. So come join Tony's outdoor life, out in the woods and the countryside. Enjoy the seasons changing the land. Enjoy a camp to sleep, rest and hide.